article in Truthdig.com written by Nicole basically is saying deporting dreamers would cost the United States $460 billion, which is a pretty staggering amount. But there's the research that went into this article bears talking about. So obviously the Dreamer program, the DACA program, which has been very much in the news, that this is a big part of Trump's thing, and I'm sticking to my campaign promise, build a wall and deport them all, get them out, get them out. What this article goes into is how immigrants contribute to economic growth in America. One of the things it brought up is that a country like Japan, which rejects immigration, it's hard to become a citizen there, is having a problem because they're shrinking demographically. And I even had somebody that lives in Japan contact me and say, hey, Graham, I'm part of this government. We're trying to get people to come here and move here, because they've been blocking their borders for so long. And obviously one of the part of Trump's rhetoric during the campaign was the immigrants from Mexico are all violent and they're rapists and they're drug dealers and blah, 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 blah. Well, first of all, we're the big consumers of drugs. America consumes all the drugs. If America stopped consuming all the drugs, there probably wouldn't be drug cartels in Mexico or anywhere for that matter. But let's get into some statistics that show how deporting immigrants or not having them is bad for our economy. So first of all, Dreamers are 14% less likely to be incarcerated than the general population. And Dreamer women are twice as likely to stay out of jail as native-born Americans. All right? Dreamers are usually from educated families, and they are themselves disproportionately well-educated. Roberto G. Gonzalez at Harvard found that 36% report having at least one parent with a bachelor's degree. 22% have a bachelor's degree. 27% have attended a four-year college and have not graduated. 32% have attended community college, and 20% have not attended college. Given that this group is very young, many of them might still be in school and aren't even of age to go to college yet. 27% of Americans have a bachelor's degree. So Dreamers are educated proportionally in comparison with the general population. 91% of Dreamers are employed. 91%. So deporting them, the cost of deporting them, this $460 billion number, is not only the physical cost of sending them out of here and the paperwork and the cops and however they're going to do that, it's going to cost money. It's also the loss in the fact that 91% of them are working. Right? Not all Dreamers are originally from Mexico, though they predominate. In 2016, around 3,000 were from Poland, 5,000 from India, 15,000 from South Korea, 8,000 from the Philippines, and nearly 6,000 from Jamaica. So those are some stats I want you guys to just think about and hold on to. Many of you might have been aware of them, but I needed you to be aware of them so when you get into sort of any debate or discussion about this Dreamer thing that Trump is doing, you have some information. As I always say, arm yourself with the truth and the facts. Stick to the facts. Right. Because Jeff Sessions wants to get rid of 800,000 young people. 800,000 who are wanting to be a part of the American dream, who are wanting to, make this country better and work and have all the opportunities. And we want to kick them out. They're educated or they want to be educated. 91% of them are working. Why don't we kick out all of the spoiled rich kids living in the suburbs off their parents' money and not doing a goddamn thing? Why don't we kick them out? Why don't we cut off all their trust funds and see how much they should join the workforce? I've met a lot of rich kids. Parents just take care of them. Take care of them and they don't do dick. They don't do dick. Maybe they get a job or whatever, but they just don't have to worry about anything because everything's paid for by mommy and daddy. They get into a problem, oh, daddy will send them money. Oh, I inherited a big stock portfolio. I don't have to worry about anything. No. Just find some guy to spend money on me, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'll just go party with my friends. I can squander my money away on bullshit because it's all taken care of for me. So, I'll give you one more statistic here. Immigrants cause economic growth. I followed developments in the Middle East and Turkey and took in over 2 million Syrian refugees. Economists estimate that as a result, its economy has been growing 4% a year despite a lot of political upheaval. That rate of growth is directly attributable to Turkish businesses, including farms, having access to more workers, and Syrian refugees creating companies and investing in Turkey. Think about that. Immigrants built this country. Immigrant labor does the work that we don't want to do. We've talked about so many people in the agricultural field in multiple states, Texas, Wisconsin, California, have been affected by this. They're offering $15 an hour for people to come work in the vineyards in Northern California. They're not doing it. Because again, I grew up, I'm middle class or upper middle class. Yeah, $15 an hour is nice, but I don't want to go work in a field. I can get that working at a tech company. Who's going to do that job? The oversimplification of conservatives, yet again, screws over the very economy that they claim to be wanting to fix so badly. Thanks for watching the show. Support the Patreon, like, and subscribe.